Hey, this the ALYRC Alyric, Chronic Records. Keep it street. Hits a million trackology, Lucky C, what it do. Just checking in with the people like I always do about this time. You know what I'm saying? First things first, I gotta give all honor and respect to God. I'm a firm believer in God. So I gotta thank God for another day. Thank God for my many blessings. And repent of my sins. If you don't believe in God, that's you. Whatever floats your boat. But I believe in God. So like I said previously, this is my blog, so I can say what I want to say. But anyway, I got these. These don't even need no introduction. These my babies right here. So you put them on, you saying something. I want to say these the evidence, the Louis V evidence. So get a good little look. I'll give you a little close up right there. Yeah, yeah. I ran into a pair of gray ones like this. I'm down there at Bell Harbor. Just I don't even know what the hell I was doing. I'm dying there. I ain't had them but like $700 in my pocket. And them shit cost every bit of 640, 650. But they was a pair of gray ones. So I'm figuring like, all right, I'll just come back and get them on another day. Bullshit. Them things were gone. I ain't seen them no more. Seen them one time. A pair of great evidence like that. And I wish I would have gotten Chad Ochocinco probably got him. That's the Louis and the Gucci man. But damn, I wish I would have gotten one. But anyway, um, yeah, man, I have people that hit me up and they be telling me, what it is they want me to talk about or what it is they want me to discuss or whatnot. So one person hit me up about upcoming projects. And before you put your request in as far as what it is you want me to talk about, go back and look at some of the previous blogs. Make sure I ain't already touched on that subject. But just to answer the question, I'm working on Entrepreneur right now. I have a 5-part series. The cover up is first. Is already done. It's available on that PIF. Self-Employed, I have yet to release. I've been leaking songs off of Self-Employed. Like I originally recorded Bounce That Ass, Lottery, Up That Fire. All them was projects. All them was songs off the Self-Employed project, which I've already finished. So you got the cover up, Self-Employed. I'm working on Entrepreneur. After that, it'll be Six Figure Nigga, and it'll be Billionaire. And in between the dropping the Entrepreneur, I'm also working on a Good Die Young mixtape and whatnot. So that's how it's going right now. I just looked at the first edit for the official Bounce That Ass video, directed by Dre Film. Shout out to Sway, John, everybody over there. Um, One word, movie. Matter of fact, like my dude DJ Def says, more than a movie, it's a Blu-ray. So yeah, I'm real confident about that. Um, I got word this morning that last night DJ Scream out of Georgia dropped Bounce That Ass in Club Dream, which is a popular club down on South Beach, and they do real good on their Wednesday night. So damn. So I got, like I said, I got word that he went ahead and dropped the record. So I want to salute that. And the reason I have to acknowledge certain things like that, other than the fact that he's one of the biggest mixtape DJs around right now, is that Miami has two different markets. You have the South Beach market, quote unquote, and then you have the urban market or everywhere else other than South Beach. So a lot of the times, from my understanding of how it's been presented to me, the South Beach market doesn't want the music that's in the urban market on South Beach. Well, why is that? Well, the lyric, we can't play Bounce That Ass in some of our clubs because we don't want people jumping off the walls and because if they're jumping off the walls and they're not ordering bottles and the club isn't making any money. I respect that. All right, club got to make money, blah, blah, blah. But you not finna tell me that you playing my record for 3 minutes is gonna stop bottle services, is gonna stop the club from making money, and that it's gonna stop the overall feel of the club and having a good time. You're not gonna tell me that. Straight up and down. The point that I'm trying to make is like in other markets, anytime I've been anywhere else, you know where you are. Meaning they're gonna play their music. They have the support of one another. Everywhere I've been a lot of places. They go let you know that okay, you're from here, but this is where we're from. This is how we do it. This is how we get out. I just seen a tweet. Shout out to Trina. Her her new single Red Bottoms is climbing up the Billboard charts. I've been in a few clubs in Miami and they haven't played her record. Now we talking about Trina, most consistent female hip hop artist in the game. 10 years in, from Miami. No reason why all DJs and people that can support her that are from Miami, no reason why they shouldn't. Once again, these are just my opinions, my thoughts. If you don't like them, oh well. So I say all that to say we have to support one another. We got to do better. Not just with music, but just overall as a community and as a people. We got to do better or whatnot. So that's that. Shout out to DJ Scream. Shout out to DJ Q45. You know, they support Bounce That Ass. I've never met neither of these guys personally, but they supporting the record from what I've been hearing, and I appreciate that. I had someone hit me up. They wanted me to talk about the debt crisis, and actually a family member of mine wanted me to talk about family. I can't really touch on the debt crisis because I'm ignorant to it. I haven't, watched the news. I haven't read the paper. I've only heard about it. So I can't really touch on that. I will say that, man, we living in the world crazy now. The world crazy. And I realized that when I was working in the school system, and before you went to school and you probably had one or two classes that you liked that day, and then the other one or two that you probably couldn't really care about, but the one or two that you liked would carry you into the ones that you didn't like, and overall you went to all your classes and got your education. Now they're not giving the kids nothing to look forward to. You taking away, all of, as we would put it as kids, fun stuff. You're taking away the PE, you're taking away the wood shop, you're taking away the drama class, you're taking away the dance class. So what do the kids have to look forward to? You don't even have driver's ed no more. I know people, dropped out after 10th, 11th grade after they got their restricts. But at least they got their restricts instead of, riding around the city, no license, and can't drive and tearing some shit up, man. They done took away driver's ed in the public schools. So that's crazy to me. And it's all because of quote unquote budget cut. But man, it is what it is. Somebody else hit me up, wanted me to touch on family. I feel like, you should definitely have a close-knit family, but it doesn't always work out like that for everyone. I know people that families are real distant. Nevertheless, they still love one another. So whatever works for you and your family, by all means, make it work. And then sometimes I know people that just could care less about their family, and that's cool too. I've been in pretty much all of those situations, so I can compromise with each scenario. But I really wanted to touch on relationships, friendships, or whatnot. And I always tell people with relationships, with friendships, and everything of that nature, you have to do your part. A lot of times, people they don't want to voice how they feel or say how they feel because they feel like the other person doesn't feel the same way. So I'm not gonna tell you I love you and you don't love me. You may not say it back. And just my opinion, it shouldn't be like that. Because if I don't tell you I love you or tell you how I feel for you today, I may not get a chance to tomorrow. And if the only thing that's stopping me from saying how I feel is out of fear that you don't feel the same way, then that's not good enough, because it's all a risk. It's all a risk that we take. When it comes down to emotions and feelings and things of that nature, everything is a risk. And I'm not saying that you're not supposed to guard your feelings, because at the end of the day, if your feelings get hurt, male or female, you got to deal with that. My feelings get hurt right now. My boy can, he can pat me on the back, say, man, it'll be all right. My mom can give me some encouraging words, but at the end of the day, I have to deal with that. So by all means, guard your feelings, protect your feelings or whatnot. But nevertheless, don't be scared to take a chance, Don't be scared to take a chance. It's a gamble. You may roll the dice and you may win, and you may lose. So it's just on you to take that risk. But nevertheless, do your part. Do your part. Women, I usually stop at my 10-minute mark, but I'm gonna go a little over today. Women, y'all crazy. I love my women. Don't get it twisted for one second. I love my women. I really do. But y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. And I say that because I listen a lot. I hear women, they I mean, I want a man like this, or I want that, and et cetera, et cetera. And there's nothing wrong with wanting. People in here want cold water. There's nothing wrong with wanting at all. But you have to know how to go about getting what it is that you want. For example, let's just say, you may want a little back rub or something. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all get a little tired, you a little back rub. You may tell you, tell dude, man, rub my back. And it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with you once again voicing what it is that you want. But if you started to rub his back first, let's just, and did a good job at it, 10 times out of 9, he'll feel like he owe you something. So damn, baby, you want me to okay, I'll rub your back too after you finish with mine. And you've just gotten what you wanted without having to say a word. Point being is, as a woman, you got to know how to finesse a lot of situations. Everything can't be done verbally. That's too much. Man, we can't take all that, man. It's too much. Too much of everything. Because the more you talking, the less I'm listening. So let your actions speak. That's the point I'm trying to make. Let your actions speak. Men, we got to tighten up too. Because all the women out there ain't per se bad women. Sometimes we just always pick the bad women and let the bad women pick us. But we got to tighten up. And I say that because you got to know, the do's and the don'ts. I'm not perfect. I don't think no one is perfect. But there's certain lines and certain rules and regulations you just can't cross. You got to have limitations is what I'm saying. If your old lady is your old lady, then under no circumstances can you do the things with the side piece you do with the old lady, man. It don't quite pan out. And you wonder why the side piece want to be coming to the job and causing all type of discrepancies and all type of shit. Because, you treating the side piece like she main thing. And so, she feeling like, well, damn it, main thing finna know about me because, shit, I'm main thing too. Just my opinion, man. Just my opinion. I'm gonna leave that at that. I don't want y'all to be blowing up the comments and things like that. I'm not Dr. Phil, but I just had to touch on that, man. A lot of little crazy little stuff done happened that I done lived vicariously through others in the past week. So just wanted to speak on that. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm blessed. I got health. I got strength. I got happiness. I got peace. And that's what's most important. Last but not least, I had someone ask me just last night, how do I feel about everything as far as my music career goes? And I feel great. I thank everybody. I thank everybody that's been supportive of what it is that I have going on thus far. I'm a real humble person. So it all still becoming as a surprise to me. And I like the place where I'm at because once I start to get complacent, I feel like things will start to defer. And I don't want that. I want to keep climbing. I want to keep building. I want to keep expanding or whatnot. So, yeah, that's what we do. I'm going to throw these back on to close it on out. Yeah, fly nigga shit. That's what we do. I'm gonna probably start playing a record or two during the blog, that you may or may not have heard, because now the question is, does he have more music? Of course I got more music, man. I've been doing this shit 10 plus years, and I got a shitload of music. So in due time, I'll be releasing those tracks. Like I say, look up the cover up on Dat Piff. Look up the Keep It Street mixtape on Dat Piff also. The Chronic Records Keep It Street mixtape, but it features the other Chronic Record artists, Remedy 4, which is an R&B group of brothers singing, doing their thing. My dude Los Coach doing his thing, in the LYRC Alyric. Chronic Records Keep It Street. I already know what time it is. Shout out to We Loose, the whole fam. Hydro, my nigga for life. That's what we do. Yeah, man, with the LYRC Alyric, checking out. Follow me on Twitter at Alyric Music, ALYRICMUSIC. Follow Chronic Records, CHRONICRECORDS. Facebook, I am Alyric. Check out Alyric.com. It's actually an NING network. So Alyric, ning.com. You know, I be posting my little videos and things like that. And that's just what we do. So till we meet again, that right. Fuck the pause button.